Sports Information Director Andrea Wenzel, and we're here with women's soccer head coach Demian Brown. Coach, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
First question for you. Teams have been practicing for over a week now. What have you been working on, and what would you say you're impressed with so far?
You know, I think when we started our training camp, one of the first things that we really wanted to focus on was just the competition level of the team and the individuals involved. And to this point, we've been really impressed with it. You know, the idea for our upperclassmen, our returners, to really kind of create the environment for all of our outstanding freshmen, just so that they get a really good idea as to what it means to be a Division I athlete, to be a Division I soccer player within our program. And so within that, I think the competition and the things that we've done in our training sessions have been at a really high level.
Now, obviously you're returning to the field as defending Big West tournament champions, but you kind of lost a core group of seniors. How have your returners kind of helped with the cohesion of a bunch of young players joining your group as well?
You know, I think one of the first things that we did, and probably one of the best things that we did for the 2014 season, is that we truly started the 2014 season last spring. And so with the group of women that we had through the course of the spring, we really started focusing on those women in regards to how we would replace great players like Lindsay Marisic, Erica Mazot, Jana Lee, and Nikki McCants. And so we really feel now that the freshmen that we have coming in, and they've done great through camp, but we really feel now that the freshmen coming in have the opportunity to still learn, watch, and grow into positions. But we'd like to think with our returning group and the things that we are able to do in the spring, we were really hopeful to solve and fill some of those gaps that were left by some of the tremendous alumni now that we have.
Okay, and quickly maybe let's address the goalkeeping situation. Last season, defense was a key component of the squad, but obviously Lindsay Marisic in goal was a big part of that. You've been able to keep the back line mostly intact, but how has that transition been with Jennifer Stewart returning and then newcomers Cassidy Mount and Morgan Birch in goal?
Yeah, you know, again, Jen had a tremendous spring with us. She had 100% of the time in the spring, and so that was good for her development. It was good for her position within the team. She's gotten some very good challenges from Morgan Birch, and will continue to get challenges from both Morgan and Cassidy. We're hopeful through our first two exhibition games that we can come and be solidified with our goalkeeping. We look to be able to see all three of them, but obviously with what Jen has had the opportunity to do and with her time here, as we start and look at the beginning of the 14th season, we look at Jen being able to step in and fill that hole that Lindsay's left.
Okay. Now, in the spring, you said you were really focused on working on the attacking third. Can you kind of give us an evaluation at this point of where the team is in attacking?
Absolutely. You know, I think the biggest thing was getting Rebecca Wilson back to being fully fit and healthy for us. Obviously, losing her at the early part of last year hurt us in our attack. And then building up the confidence of players like Christina Birkenrode, Ivy Diego, Adriana Donovich, building those players into the confidence that they can be those types of goal scorers for us. We've seen it in our training sessions already. We had a wonderful inter-squad game. We scored a total of 6 goals in that inter-squad game, so that's obviously an encouragement for us in the attack. Looking at the things that we hope to do this coming weekend and our 2 exhibition games, we're hopeful to see a group of women in different combinations, just so that we can see who's the best fit together. But we do really put a lot of responsibility on Christina Birkenrode, on Rebecca Wilson, players like that in our attack, and we're hopeful that the attention we've given them in training turn into results on the playing field.
Now, you mentioned some core returners in your attack, but can you maybe give Titan fans a little glimpse of who your newcomers that you're expecting to either help out in the midfield or score goals up front?
Yeah, well, I think first off is the addition for us of Connie Calise, where she's been with us. This will be her true freshman year, and just watching her play in the middle of the field has been delightful in regards to training, and obviously encouraging in regards to what she's going to be able to add for us going forward. And then true freshmen coming into us for the first time. Sarah Fainer, I think, has had a very good camp. The same with Tala Haddad, Casey Hoover, women who we think are going to be able to add something to how we attack and be able to support that. We think that they've had a really good camp and are transitioning very well.
And now, as we approach the home opener against 22nd ranked BYU, you've put together a very challenging schedule. Can you kind of tell Titan fans about your thoughts and your outlook on a difficult schedule that you put together
Yeah,
this
the
season.
idea is we want to go out and play the best teams that we can possibly play, with the idea that in playing those teams, when we do well, it has the opportunity to gain us some national recognition. We think obviously here on the West Coast we've made a name for ourselves, but to be able to expand that and try to make a name for ourselves nationally is a goal of ours as a program. And playing the types of teams that we have with, the, you know, like you say, with BYU, Michigan State, Denver, and Georgia being the first 4 games of the season, that was kind of the idea with the schedule that we set. We take a Pac-12 weekend to go up to Oregon, play Oregon and Oregon State, and so within those first 6 games, we really wanted to challenge ourselves and see where we were, or I should say where we stand nationally. The other idea with that is, the better the competition that we play in our non-conference, the better it prepares us for the Big West. And the Big West is getting stronger and stronger every year, and we look forward to another really competitive Big West conference.
Okay. And before we go, I want to give you one last opportunity to reissue your challenge to the students for your October 9th match versus Long Beach State.
Absolutely. We look forward to all of the CSU students, as many as we can get out there, coming out and cheering us on as we take on Long Beach State on October 9th. Obviously, we have a number of games before that, so we're hopeful that we have a great following and a great support based on how well that we do. But yeah, we got to get all those students out there so I can put on the Tuffy costume for our basketball team.
All right, well, thank you for your time today.
Absolutely, thank you.